Bionic. Picture the experience. Imagine from birth you were denied by genetics or other factors a natural, able-bodied physical form, or have a body mangled by an accident. You become reliant on machines to become a part of you. Prosthetics are paramount to improve the lives of people with physical disabilities, enabling them to live fuller and better lives. We see the ethical value of prosthetic technology and research in the positive, auspicious impact it has had on bringing people of various physical faculties together. We see this through the Paralympics and the avant-garde Chinese brand Yivnim, created by Xiao Yang, who we will have a great pleasure speaking to, exploring the notion about fashion that hinges on prosthetics. The field of prosthetics is forever pushing the frontiers. To explore this, we will go live and speak with professionals on the matter of the technology, cost, accessibility, and community issues. First, Christian White is live now and will discuss 3D printing and osseointegration. Christian?
Morning and thanks, Adriana. Currently, socket-based prosthetics are used as the conventional amputee management strategy. Functional dissatisfaction amongst prosthetic users remains, as only 5% are able to perform tasks like lifting and holding objects. To address current drawbacks, there have been several new developments in prosthetic technology that has the potential to increase accessibility and enhance amputee reintegration into society. The introduction of 3D printing will enable quick, cost-effective and precise personalized design and replacement of socket-based prosthetics. There are a number of different 3D printing techniques that differ in material used, properties of prosthetics, and degree of precision. Osseointegration is a recently developed surgical procedure that attaches a fixture to the residual bone of an amputated limb, with the abutment that extends outwards attaching to the prosthetic. This method helps amputees to regain a sense of proprioception and has been shown to be 14% cheaper than conventional prosthetics. Bidirectional control in osseointegration is also looking possible by interfacing nerves and muscles with prosthetic sensors. The development and innovation of these technologies will enable amputees to better integrate into society. However, issues of accessibility and social stigma still remain.
Thank you, Christian. Now we will hear from Rebecca on the potential issues prosthetics may have.
Hi Adriana. Well, it's important to acknowledge some of the issues at hand when it comes to prosthetics. Cost is perhaps one of the greatest causes of disparity in prosthetic development. On average, the yearly total of amputation can be upwards of $40,000. Not only that, there is a drastic limitation on insurance coverage for prosthetic devices and associated services. Our body is constantly changing in all stages of our lives. As a result, prosthetics are notoriously difficult to stay comfortable and functional, especially for children, where their device may have to be changed every few months. Subsequently, prosthetic users are at greater risk of mental illness in comparison to the general population. The perceived loss of ability to engage in previous vocational, social, and sexual activities can almost hinder quality of life greater than the absence of the limb itself. Although this is heartbreaking, organizations and governments aim to provide the utmost inclusivity and acceptance for the prosthetic community. Limbs for Life is a great example of this. They are an Australian organisation who aim to empower amputees and provide peer support to ensure patients do not have to go through the journey of limb loss alone. They provide assistance in prosthetic findings, recovery, and many more. Another form of providing a sense of acceptance and accessibility for amputees is often provided through the design of the limb. This is where aesthetics meets prosthetics. Enabling the patients to choose their own style can lead to psychological acceptance of the new limb and aid in their well-being.
Thank you, Rebecca, for sharing. Joanna will now address the accessibility and community issues that arise with prosthetics.
Thank you for having me. Now, prosthetic users need devices that are not only comfortable and functional, but have the visual appeal to fulfill their emotional needs. Currently, the visual choices for prosthetic limbs are very limited. Prosthetic designers come from clinical and engineering backgrounds and will often omit emotional needs within their design, which can result in creating a device that is non-user friendly. Recently, there has been a push to have prosthetic devices be considered fashion rather than a medical device. Companies like Bionic and the Alternative Limb Project have been working to fulfill this need. Now, here is an interesting fact for you. Xiao Yang, a Chinese influencer, has done some amazing things with prosthetics. Her jewelry brand, YVMIN, has been able to turn prosthetics into wearable art. How she does it is that she takes 3D scans of prosthetic limbs and creates structures that will fit over it. Examples of things that she's been able to create include a heart-shaped kneecap. We need to acknowledge the work she's been able to do because it is inclusive and it allows for prosthetic users to be able to dress up like a non-prosthetic user can.
And today, we have Xiao Yang on the line to speak about where the future lies for this bright idea. Over to you, Xiao.
Thank you, Joanna and Adriana. The dynamics of prosthetics is changing in this modern day and age. Inclusivity is something we strive for here at YVMIN, and what better way than have fashion to do so? Rather focusing on the physical nature of amputees, here at YVMIN we focus more on the mental health and well-being of amputees by allowing them to express and feel more open through wearable, bright art statements. There is definitely room for more driven designers in this field, as it is a very unique creative idea that could benefit the mental well-being of many. And after hearing all of this positivity, especially regarding osseointegration, I have come to understand what the future holds for those wanting the osseointegration procedure. Not only does osseointegration offer an alternative for those who have previously struggled with traditional prosthetics, it avoids skin irritations and problems involved with such. I myself am super into accessibility, and for those who struggle with this issue of fitting in, fashion has opened up a whole new realm for those to be able to do so. Thanks, Adriana.
I hope you enjoyed tonight's segment as we spoke about osseointegration and further explored possible issues that arise. We also touched on its positive ethical values as the world of fashion and prosthetics continue to intertwine. In addition, we spoke about the technology, cost, accessibility and community issues. Thank you and have a good night.